This changes everything, and the NBA is horrified by the possibility of running into the Houston Rockets in the playoffs. And as of last night, the Houston Rockets are officially the Western Conference 2 seed heading into this upcoming postseason. Hello, everybody. I am Donovan Ricondo. I am your host for Rockets Digest, where we break down all the latest news, rumors, and updates regarding your H-Town team, the Houston Rockets. And if you have not already, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Do not be afraid of that button. Go ahead and click it. It's going to be a great community for Rockets fans all right here on this channel. So go ahead and hit that button below. Today we have great news. As I have just said, the Houston Rockets have officially clinched the number 2 seed in the Western Conference, and this is a big deal. This is huge. This is surpassing every expectation that we had at the beginning of this season, and we've officially done it. And you're probably wondering, how the heck did we get the 2 seed? We did not play last night. Well, the Lakers lost on Tuesday night, which means that there is no way for another team to come and overtake us at the 2 spot, meaning we have officially claimed that title. You see, the Rockets have just 3 games remaining in their regular season against the Clippers, Lakers, and the Nuggets. And with the number 2 secured, they'll likely be looking to maintain their health as they head into the first postseason since 2020. And we see that today. Alperen Şengün, there's some skepticism on whether he's going to play tonight. Fred VanVleet is listed as doubtful, as well as some other players. And so you see the Rockets already kind of taking advantage of this situation, giving some of these guys rest. And this is all that Jace mentioned in our previous video about what the steps would look like in terms of these last 3 games or so. And so great job on his end. But the Houston Rockets, there's a reason why teams are horrified of this news. And that's because the Houston Rockets have been playing some of the best basketball in the Western Conference. As you see here, we are our 2 seed in the Western Conference, currently on a 3-game win streak. So we have that comfortable lead over the Lakers, Clippers. We've got that 2 seed. But here, look at this right here. And this is something that Jason also brought up in the video. He brought up these, you see a lot of green W's in that middle column there. And that is fantastic. If you're a Rockets fan, this is good news to your ears. That is, I probably should have counted before this. I only see 2 L's. Everything else is WWWWW. What this means is that the Rockets are playing their best basketball at the best time in the season. I mean, once the playoffs start, then that's, the more opportune time. But this is exactly what you want heading into the postseason. You want this team to feel comfortable. You want this team to be on a streak like this. Our only losses are against a very good Denver team and a very good Los Angeles Lakers team. Yes, you want to win those games, but at the same time, to win games against the Thunder, to win games against the Warriors, which I'll talk about more in just a second, to win games against teams like the Mavericks who are trying to get to that play-in, the Phoenix Suns who are trying to get that play-in. I don't think it's going to happen for them, unfortunately. But to win those games, those high-caliber games, is amazing for your program. And really and truly, a lot of this can be a tribute to, yes, the coaching from Ime Udoka, the way he utilizes his defensive schemes, hopping into man, hopping into zone, doing all those sorts of things. But also, with Jalen Green, who has proven himself to be one of the best scorers on this team. There's been a lot of talk of what superstar can we get to be our scorer and be our number 1 guy? What superstar can we add? And some of those packages include Jalen Green, which, quite frankly, I am not a fan of. Jalen Green was an investment, and this year he is certainly, showing that return of investment. He's the leading scorer. He's averaging 22.6 points per game since the All-Star break. That's 5.6 rebounds on 4.6 assists. That's 24 games since the All-Star break, and he has had a tremendous time in solidifying himself as the number 1 option on this team. And I mentioned Ime Udoka. Why are teams afraid of playing the Rockets? It's because we have a coach that quite frankly has been to the championship before. It's a coach that has been to the NBA Finals of the Boston Celtics just 3 years ago. And I want to give a quick, brief, insight into this his head coaching style right here. He says, we've upped our physicality, upped our intensity overall, and I think guys are just really locked in on both sides of the ball, getting what we want offensively, guarding the way we are defensively. It's what we want to see going into the playoffs. And so when I hear this quote from Coach Ime Udoka, it solidifies that his guys are locked in. These guys are in a mindset that they can do something that not many people expected them to do at the start of this year. The way that they can do that is by their defense. It's been their bread and butter all year. And to play a defensive team like this in the playoffs for at least 4 games, maximum 7 games, is very, very overwhelming for teams. And you saw that a lot with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and his somewhat struggles of trying to get to the free throw line. Only went to the free throw line 2 games in their matchup recently with the Houston Rockets. You saw it again with Steph Curry, who only managed 3 points against Amen Thompson, who locked him down. This is a team that has proven that they can play defense at the highest level, guarding the highest level caliber of offensive players. And with that kind of confidence going into the playoffs, knowing that they can do it, and going in with that why not us attitude, speaks volumes for this team. Coach Ime Udoka even goes on to say that our guys understand what's at stake coming up. I think we've made a conscious effort to really lock in and focus. And so these are all the things that you want your head coach to say, obviously, but at the same time, they're backing it up. It's one thing to say, like, yes, we're locked in, we're going to bring the physicality. It's another thing to bring it. And that's what the Houston Rockets have done. They have brought it, and they have made sure that they are some of the best, or utilizing some of the best schemes to put themselves in a position to be a quite frankly, a contender for the Western Conference Finals, or to win the Western Conference Finals. Recently, you saw this game with the Warriors, and I want to circle back to it mainly because this game showed the scrappiness of this team, the hustle of this team, the grit of this team. And when you enter the playoffs in the NBA, those are 3 of the things that you need to have in order to advance to the next round. Every game, it's gonna be ugly. Because not every game is gonna be pretty. You're gonna have to find ways to win in very, very difficult situations. And the Rockets in clutch games this year have done a very, very good job in winning out those games, having a winning record in clutch games. And so to be able to do that and do so in the playoffs, it's big. It's big for this team. And to do that against a team like Steph Curry and the Warriors and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the Thunders really speaks volume. I mean, and you're starting to see this more in ESPN. A lot of analysts have kind of oh, they're the Rockets. They're not gonna go far. They're gonna be a first round, second round exit. Not many people are taking them seriously. But as this team continues to do things, these very impressive things against some of the top players, they're starting to come around. They're starting to look at this team in a new light. Other teams are looking at this team as a team that they probably wanted to face months ago when we were on a 6-game losing streak. But now, after seeing what we've done to 2 of the best offensive scorers in the league, they're thinking twice about it. I mean, even analysts like David Dennis Jr., who was recently on ESPN, he's a senior Anscape NBA culture columnist. He says that the Rockets are a team you do not want to face in the playoffs. He was a skeptic himself. He was someone who was like, young team should be an easy win in the second round. But he switched his mind. He has saw what this team is capable of, and he knows that they are a team that is not going to mess around. And the fact that the Houston Rockets have officially clinched this first seed, the fact that they have, gone so far to come this way and get that second seed speaks volumes to who they've been all year and the type of team that they can be. And not only is it important because, yes, you get a first round home court advantage, but you also get a second round home court advantage. And so really and truly, if I just go back here for a quick second, you're going to get advantage for the first 2 rounds, which is very pivotal. So if you go up against, a team like, let's say, right now it would be the Memphis Grizzlies who would be facing it, considering if they win their play-in game and stay there at the 7th spot. You'll be playing them, and you will be playing a team like the Lakers in the second round, possibly, right? We don't know for sure. But to have those advantages going into the series, to have home court with these guys who, again, don't have much playoff experience. Only, Fred VanVleet probably has the most with that 2019 run with the Toronto Raptors. To have that in your back pocket for this young team, a team that, could use any advantage, not that they need it, but it can certainly help their case, is huge. It's absolutely huge. And to use that to their advantage. So the Houston Rockets, possibly facing, let's say, the Grizzlies in this first round, then the Lakers. And so you have those games, at a point in which you can capitalize and make it work for yourself and your team. So with that, I want to ask you guys, who do you rather would want to face in the first round of the Western Conference Finals? Who do you think we match up with best? And with that, I have been Donovan Ricondo, and this has been another episode of Rockets Digest.